They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Second down and just 1. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say? Play action. Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Now, that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And I think the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Garoppolo now. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Gabriel. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll run it again with Fournette. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Green, 39.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
Now Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. John Brown, he's got a first quarter touchdown grab there. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down. Here's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And now running right through it. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Here's a give to Fournette. And an alley to run. Fighting through it. He's got space. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah,
just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now a play fake here on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Dumps it off to Fournette. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Detroit!
Now Carlos Hyde in the game, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Let's go! Detroit!
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On fourth down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
They'll try and punch it in with Yeldon. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
Talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Going for the deep ball. Tough, and that's caught inside the 35. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And the lead is up to 5. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
That he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Garoppolo to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Walker. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
All right, now look at 56.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Garoppolo on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now Leonard Fournette. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And his kick is good. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. He finds an opening past the 40. And a cutback right. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Fournette, a first down carry. And some space here. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Detroit! Detroit!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime. To try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The handoff to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, land it. Blue, land it.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And oh, he spins past him and into space. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. So they're going to go for 2. Ryan, and he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5.
Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit! Back out of that Philly. Here we go.
Again, it's Fournette. Fournette fighting through, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Garoppolo looks to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Goodwin. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. They'll run with Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. See if they stay on the ground for second down. To throw is Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on third and inches. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On third down, Fournette. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. So he came that close to tying it, but this one sails wide by a whisker.
And Brandon, pro football's a game of inches in more ways than one. That one looked good the whole way. But it's agony on one sideline, celebration on the other.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Now Ryan. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments in this one. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go with a big back. Yeldon going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. T.J. Yeldon unable to find a lane. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. He's back to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Back to throw. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Needed 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a first down. They'll look to throw. Wiggles free. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Over the middle, complete. That's Bryant. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Again, they'll run with Freeman, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. A swing pass caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So often it